students, how are you all? Today I am going to start the textbook exercise of force and laws of motion. We have done the notes and I feel you will not have any problem in those notes. If you have, then you can call me up or contact me on WhatsApp. Today we'll study or we'll start the textbook exercise, main exercise of force and laws of motion on page number 128. Okay, then you can open page 128. Today we'll do question number 4 to question number 11. We'll try to do or we'll try to finish up. Now we'll start question number 4. Question number 4 is a batsman hits a cricket ball which then rolls on a level ground. After covering a short distance, the ball comes to rest. The ball stops. Here the ball will stop. Your option C will be right. There is a force on the ball opposing the motion. Means to stop an object, we require a force which acts opposing. C will be right. The question 4 answer will be option C. Now come to question number 5. This question we have done earlier, but this is a new thing which you are doing here. So question number 5, a truck starts from rest and rolls down a hill with constant acceleration. If it travels a distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds, find the acceleration, full stop. Find the force acting on it if its mass is 7 tons. The hint also given 1 ton is equals to 1000 kilograms. So here we have been given U will be 0. It starts from rest. Initial velocity is 0. When an object starts from rest, I've told you earlier also, when an object starts from rest, then its initial velocity is 0. Then x is your distance, which is 400 meters. T is your time, which is 20 seconds. Clear? Then we have to mass of truck also given. Mass of truck is equal to 7 metric tons, or 7 multiplied by 1000 will give you 7000 kilogram. Also in the hand they have given you 1 metric ton is equals to 1000 kilogram. Then we have to find their force and acceleration. So for finding acceleration, we'll do what? We'll use the second equation of motion. S is equals to ut plus half a t square. Clear? Putting the values, 400 is equals to 0 multiplied by 20 plus half into a into 20 square. 400 is equals to, when we multiply any number by 0, we'll get 0 plus half into a into 400. 400 is equals to, this 2 will be cancelled out by 400. This will give you 200a. So 200 equals 2 meter per second square. This is our first part which is being finished. Clear? Then A is found. I can also found F by m into A. This is Newton's second law of motion, which states that force is the product of mass into acceleration. F is equals to, putting the value 7000 multiplied by 2, F will give you 14,000 Newton or 14,000 kilogram meter per second square. Clear? This is your question number 5. Okay. Now we'll come to question number 6. Question number 6 says that, I'm rubbing the board. Question number 6. I'm coming to question number 6. Question number 6 says that a stone of 1 kilogram is thrown with a velocity of 20 meter per second. Here you have been given a stone and it is being thrown with a velocity of 20 meter per second across the frozen surface of a lake. Means the stone is being thrown across the frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest. Here they have given you a fact that object is now coming to rest. In earlier question, it was starting from rest. Now it is coming to rest. After traveling a distance of 50 meters, distance they have given, what is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? Means we have to find the force. Here we have been given mass of stone as 1 kilogram. This is mass of stone. Then we have been again given distance. I am again telling you this is distance. S is your distance, which is 50 meters. U here given 20 meter per second. And the most important thing is V is equals to 0. V is equals to 0. Your final velocity means comes to rest. Here comes to rest, final velocity 0. Starting from rest, initial velocity. Now we have to find force. In this question, they have not given you to find acceleration, but force cannot be found without acceleration. So I'm using the third relation of motion or third equation of motion as V square is U square plus 2AS. Clear? Now putting the value 0 square is equals to 20 square plus 2 multiply A multiply 50. 0 square will be 0. 220 square will be 400. Then 2 multiply A multiply 50 will give you 100A. I'll shift this 100A to this side. Minus 100A will be equal to 400. A will be equal to minus 400 upon 100. A will be minus 4 meter per second square. If you remember this minus sign gives you retardation. Clear? Retardation means acceleration now is in negative form. Now, according to question, we have to find force. Again, M into A. Using the same relation, F is M into A. Putting the values 1 multiplied by minus 4 will give you minus 4 Newton. This is your retarding force or frictional force, which acts opposite to the direction of motion of stone. So this is 4 Newton, or I can also write 4 kilogram meter per second square. This will give you an idea about the retarding force. In the earlier question, it was the force acting in the direction of movement of truck. Now this force gives you an idea that it is acting in the opposite direction to the motion of stone. Clear? Now come to question number 7. Question number 7 has 3 parts, and we'll read question 7 and then we'll try to do question number 7. Question number 7 says that an 8,000 kilogram engine pulls a train of 5 wagons. Means an engine is there and 5 wagons are there, each of 2,000 kilogram along a horizontal track. Means you all know how a train moves, and the train moves in the direction of applied force. If the engine exerts a force of 40,000 Newton and track offers a friction force of 5,000 Newton, then calculate. So what we have been given here, mass of engine, let it be M1 is 2000 kilogram. Clear? Mass of one wagon given 2000 kilogram. Mass of 5 wagons will be 2000 multiplied by 5 will give you 10,000 kilogram. Clear? These things are given to us. Total mass or okay for force exerted by engine is equals to 40,000 Newton. Frictional force exerted by track is equals to 5,000 Newton. You all know that frictional force will be act in the direction opposite to the motion of track. So net accelerating force, net accelerating force will be 40,000 minus 5,000 will give you 35,000 Newton. This is your first part. Clear? Net accelerating force will be 35,000 Newton. Means we'll the force acting in the opposite direction. Now we'll do the second part of the question. In the second part, the question is saying acceleration A we have to find. You all know that we have studied a formula F is m into A. Then A will be F by m. Now total mass of train. So A will be F upon m, 35,000 upon 18,000. After solving, you will get 1.94 meter per second square will be your acceleration. Clear? Now I am coming to the third part of the question. Now I am coming to the third part of the question. It is force of wagon 1 on wagon 2. What means how much force is being applied by the first wagon on the second wagon. So total mass of 4 wagons will be 8,000 kilogram. Clear? Wagon they are asking, not the train. Wagon they are asking. A you have find just now 1.94 meter per second square. Then F is equals to m into A. 8,000 multiply 1.94. Removing the decimals, 2 zeros will be cancelled out. 8 for the 32. 9 is the 72, 75. This is your force exerted by wagon 1 on wagon 2. Clear? Okay. This is your question. This is 1,500, 15,520 Newton will be the force exerted by wagon 1 on wagon 2. Now coming to question number 8. Question number 8 says that an automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kilogram. What must be the force between the vehicle and the road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration of 1.7 meter per second square? Okay, we have been given mass. We have been given mass of automobile. M is being given 1500 kilogram. M being given here 1500 kilogram. Okay. Then A given here is minus 1.7 meter per second square. You all understand minus 1.7 gives you an idea about the retardation. Means here the force will be frictional force or retarding force. We have to find F. I'm using the same relation. F is M into A. Then M 1500, putting the values, multiply minus 1.7. I'm removing the decimal. 10 will be there. Zeros will be cancelled out. Then 15 into 7 minus 2550 Newton. This will be your friction between the force between the vehicle and the road. Okay. Now I'm coming to question number. This is your question number 8. Now we are coming to question number 9. Question number 9 says that what is the momentum of an object? If you understand, or I told you in the notes also, if you remember, your momentum is mass into velocity. What is the momentum of an object of mass m moving with a velocity v? Your option A is mv whole square. 9. Momentum is given by mass and velocity, or momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Come to question number 10. The question number 10 states that using a horizontal force of 200 Newton exerted on a cabinet. If you understand, force of friction will be opposite to the force which is given here. So on a cabinet, minus 200 Newton force will be applied on the cabinet. Okay. Now I'm coming to question number 11. Means in question number 10, what's the force of friction? You all understand? This will be minus 200 Newton. Okay, now I'm coming to question number 11. Based on your concept of conservation of momentum, the question says that two objects, each of mass 1.5 kilogram, are moving in a same straight line but in the opposite direction. The velocity is 2.5 meter per second. Before collision means there